Well, hello. We find ourselves on this moonlit evening with yet another progress update regarding my base. I wanted to give a quick update because I know it's been a while about my base and the state of things, and I just woke up recently, so my voice is a little more hoarse at the moment, so please forgive any scratchiness. So for the time being, I've got some updates to the walls, as well as some updates to the interior area. So I've got some updates that I'd like to get done and out of the way before I talk about the wall, and that is that in the previous few days, there has been a weekly challenge, and I think I told you guys about the weekly challenge that happened last week, the killing creepers, and I won that one, and I was able to get a lot of stone and some tridents, actually, and just for, winning the challenge. And that helped cut into the time that I needed to collect the stone for my creeper farm, which I then built and used, and now have boatloads of gunpowder that I don't really know what to do with. But I'm probably going to create a shop somewhere on the server, either in the spawn area so it's easier for everyone to access, or maybe in the castle, which could be a thing. I think taking some inspiration from Critical Role Season 1's Victor's shop with the black powder and the gunpowder, I think that would be really nice. I don't exactly know if this area is going to be, this castle I'm building is going to be necessarily Vasselheim inspired, if you know anything about Critical Role. But I do think that if I do make a shop, I want to call it Victor's Gunpowder Shop or something along those lines, just to put a little bit of reference to something that's a little niche that some people might appreciate more than others. But enough of my rambling. So what we've got today is some winnings from the previous weekly challenge, which I did not, unfortunately, win. I was in the first place spot for a long time, and then as you can see on screen, really just kicked it into gear on the last day and completely blew me out of the water. And unfortunately, coming after a long shift on the last day of the challenge, I was not ready to even try to compete. After that, I was tired and I really didn't want to do anything. And what do we have here? We have a lot of trapdoors, almost 50,000 trapdoors to be exact. And the use for these trapdoors is nothing really. I plan on taking the trapdoors because we do have some data packs which give us more crafting recipes. And I plan on turning them back into oak signs. And then with these oak signs, I plan on turning them into planks. Because that's something that we're able to do on the server, and being able to recycle all those trapdoors into something that's useful is very useful. What we've got for the castle wall updates are, and they're not finished. This side of the wall, the east side of the wall, is not finished, but I do have some, let me get out of the moonlight here so you can actually see some updates to the area. I made an entrance here, and I'll show that off a little more in a second. And the area behind the wall, I'm avoiding looking back there for a reason at the moment. Area behind the wall, I thickened it up. As you can see over here, I gave it some depth, and I added some stairs, and as you can see, there is some depth here. These, I believe they're called crenellations. And then these little crenels, or whatever they're called, for the main entrance, as you can see here. And so the only thing left to show off with all that I was doing for my time is digging. And I was already mining hundreds of trees to get as many oak planks as possible, and I deforested about 3 or 4 full forest biomes. But I've been digging, and so we have the big dig, as you will, and it's surprising that there's still, like, I I have only done less than half of it at this point. It used to go up another like 10 or 12 blocks. I've torn it down to that level, so it's at least manageable. With the dirt that I donated and mud that I donated to the spawn project, I was able to get access to the beacon that I've been using to help me dig, because it is very, very helpful. So I've been digging. Sorry, back on topic with the weekly challenge. So last week's weekly challenge was the killing creepers. This week's weekly challenge was crafting oak trapdoors. As you know, I haven't won that, but I still got prizes as I came in second place. They just weren't as good as first place, even though, in my opinion, they were still pretty good. And what I decided to get was a full shulker box full of tuff, which is something that you can get. You can get 27 stacks of any stone or any wood as a result of winning. And it is really helpful, because that is something that is just, that is something that is helpful. So we have the shulker box, and then another thing I was able to get were 2 of the trial keys. I wasn't able to get the ominous trial keys because those were part of those were the first place slot that you were able to get ominous keys, and I believe a few more trial keys if you wanted. But I just got 2 trial keys, and I was very inspired after watching DocM77's video on the trial update. And I was able to get, after a few hours of painstakingly going and finding and digging to and fighting off and nearly dying every 40 seconds, because I don't know why, but skeletons on the server hit there's no tomorrow, and they just knock off half your health with 2 arrows. It's really stupid. Even with protection 4 armor on all 4 pieces, it just kills you. Went and did that, and was able to get, and I was able to collect the ever coveted mace. With all of these wall updates, the mace, and but you may be wondering, what is my next step? So my next steps for the time being is to actually bring this wall out a bit. I want to bring it this way, probably straight across as far as I can feasibly get it. I'm going to take this portion of the hill, and I'm going to bring it up to meet the level of the others, and I'm going to terraform this side of the hill. Probably it would take a while, so I don't know exactly how long that would take me feasibly, if I'd be able to get that out by this episode, or probably next episode would be the case, or even the next episode after that, depending on how much longer this takes me. So yeah, my next steps would be to make this hill match the rest of it, continue lighting up this portion of the grounds and bringing it out, flattening it down, kind of getting rid of big walls like this, and kind of maybe even flattening down that mountain as well, and just kind of making it look more like a windswept hills than whatever this is. So if you like this video, please don't actually go away without liking, because, you know, it does take a lot for me to make these videos, and I am trying to get better at it. If you didn't like the video, please just tell me why. Did I sound too stupid? Did I not know what I was talking about? That happens every episode, so I'm not really sure what you're expecting. But if you liked, like. If you didn't like, okay, sorry to hear that. If you want to come back and see more, please let me know in the comments any suggestions you have for the build, for that, or for the mound, for this area down here, which I am going to clear up and terraform this side of the hill as well, make it a very gradual slip into the water, and then I'm probably going to get rid of that thing yet. I don't exactly know yet. But if you have any suggestions on that, please do let me know. If you want to join the server, I've left the Discord link in the description.